I'm crying on my birthday, and the candles blur through the tears, their flames dancing like tiny memories refusing to stay still. And I sit alone in a quiet room, where even the walls feel sad for me, whispering back the echoes of every unspoken wish I ever made. I'm crying on my birthday because the heart remembers everything, even the promises that never came true, even the smiles that faded too soon, even the people who swore they would stay forever, but disappeared before the next dawn could break. I'm crying on my birthday because birthdays are supposed to be soft, full of warm hands, warm hugs, warm words, but today feels like winter has taken my soul hostage, wrapping me in winds of loneliness I cannot escape. I'm crying on my birthday because the world outside looks so bright. Children laughing, birds singing, skies opening wide with sunlight. But inside me there is a storm that no umbrella can protect, a rain that falls only for me, a thunder that rumbles only in my chest. I'm crying on my birthday because life has been heavy, and sometimes even the strongest hearts need to break a little, just to breathe again, just to feel again, just to remember they are still alive beneath the silence. I'm crying on my birthday because every year teaches me something new. And this year has taught me that tears are not a weakness. They are the truth leaking out when the soul can no longer hide its hurt. They are the voice of a heart that has carried too much for too long. I'm crying on my birthday because I love deeply, and loving deeply means hurting deeply, and hurting deeply means surviving deeply, and surviving deeply means becoming someone stronger than the pain that tried to break me. I'm crying on my birthday because somewhere in the universe, there is a version of me smiling, celebrating, glowing with joy. But today's version of me is holding the broken pieces gently, trying to understand them, trying to forgive them, trying to rebuild a universe inside my chest. I'm crying on my birthday, but the tears wash the dust of old memories, making space for new dreams that will one day rise again, making room for light I have not yet seen, making room for love I have not yet met. I'm crying on my birthday not because I am weak, but because I am human. And humans feel too much, love too much, hope too much, and break too much. But still stand up again and again, as if the heart refuses to give up on tomorrow. I'm crying on my birthday because the mirror shows a face that has survived storms others never saw, a soul that kept fighting even when its hands were shaking, a person who deserved more comfort than life gave, yet kept walking through the fire with silent bravery. I'm crying on my birthday because the night feels too long, and the moon feels too far, and the stars are twinkling like reminders that even from distances we cannot reach, light still tries to comfort us. I'm crying on my birthday, whispering wishes into the dark, wishes that float like fragile feathers, wishes that carry the weight of all my longing, wishes that I send into the heavens, hoping one of them will return as a blessing someday. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart still believes in miracles, in love, in healing, even though life has tried to teach me otherwise. I'm crying on my birthday, but it's okay, because tears are rain, and rain is cleansing, and cleansing means renewal, and renewal means hope. I'm crying on my birthday, but somewhere in the distance, I can feel a small light rising inside me, a quiet courage forming, a soft voice telling me, "You will smile again." I'm crying on my birthday because memories return like old friends, knocking on the door of my heart with stories I didn't ask to hear, bringing back the laughter that once warmed me, and the heartbreak that once shattered me, weaving them together until I cannot tell joy from sadness. I'm crying on my birthday because love has always been a fragile thing, a flower that blooms beautifully but bruises so easily, and sometimes I hold it too tightly, hoping it will stay, but watching it slip through my fingers, like sand pretending to be a promise. I'm crying on my birthday because the past is heavy, and the future is uncertain, and I am stuck in a moment where time feels like a river refusing to carry me forward, a river whispering secrets I am tired of hearing. I'm crying on my birthday because every candle I blow reminds me of dreams that burned out quietly, dreams I buried beneath duty, heartbreak, and silence, dreams I still secretly hope to resurrect someday, when my heart feels brave enough. I'm crying on my birthday because sometimes the heart wants someone to say, "You're not alone," but the phone remains quiet, and the messages stay unread, and the world continues spinning, without noticing the tears I hide behind my smile. I'm crying on my birthday because I miss people who no longer remember me, I miss feelings I can no longer feel. I miss versions of myself I will never be again. I'm crying on my birthday because my soul is tired. Not tired of life, but tired of pretending to be strong, when inside I am trembling like a leaf, caught in a storm it cannot control. I'm crying on my birthday because nights like this make me realize how much I've carried alone, how many times I stitched my own wounds with trembling hands, how often I swallowed my pain, just to keep others comfortable. I'm crying on my birthday because I've loved deeply. Even when love didn't love me back, I've waited patiently. Even when patience broke my heart, I've trusted completely, even when trust turned into scars. I'm crying on my birthday because innocence fades, but the memories of it never leave. And today I feel like the child I once was, sitting with knees folded to the chest, wishing for someone to hold me and say everything will be all right. I'm crying on my birthday because every tear is a piece of truth escaping, truth that has been buried under smiles, under responsibilities, under expectations I never asked for. I'm crying on my birthday not because I want pity, but because my heart has something to say that words alone cannot carry. So it speaks in tears, soft, warm, overflowing from the place where longing meets silence. I'm crying on my birthday because loss has a way of finding us even when we hide. It slips through locked doors, sits quietly beside us, and reminds us of the people we loved and the moments we can never return to. I'm crying on my birthday because healing is slow, pain is stubborn, and hope is fragile. Yet still I keep holding on to hope, as if it is the last star, left shining in the night sky of my soul. I'm crying on my birthday because I want something real, something honest, something that doesn't change with the seasons, something that stays, even when the world feels heavy. I'm crying on my birthday because tears are simply emotions that couldn't learn to speak. And tonight they are telling a story of everything I've survived and everything I'm still learning to understand. I'm crying on my birthday, but deep inside the sorrow, there is a small hope rising quietly. A hope that whispers, "You will not always feel this way." I'm crying on my birthday because some wounds never truly heal. They soften with time. They become quieter. But when the night grows still and the heart feels exposed, they rise again like shadows, stretching across the soul. I'm crying on my birthday because every year teaches me a lesson I didn't ask for. And this year's lesson is about letting go of expectations that weighed me down, letting go of people who walked away without warning, letting go of versions of myself I barely recognize anymore. I'm crying on my birthday because the silence in the room is louder than any noise, a silence that wraps around me like a cold blanket, reminding me of all the things I wish I could forget. I'm crying on my birthday because sometimes I feel invisible, as if my existence slips through the spaces between moments, as if the world sees only my smile and never the storms brewing behind it. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart is a library of unspoken stories, each page soaked with memories, each chapter written with hope, pain, joy, and the kind of love that refuses to fade, even when everything else does. I'm crying on my birthday because the sky outside looks calm, full of stars that blink like promises of tomorrow. Yet the sky inside me is full of clouds, dark, heavy, aching for a dawn that feels too far away. I'm crying on my birthday because I once imagined this day filled with laughter, with warm hugs, with people who would hold me close. But instead I sit with my own reflection, trying to convince myself that I am enough. I'm crying on my birthday because some dreams slip away quietly, like birds flying toward horizons we cannot chase, and I wonder if I should have held on tighter, or if letting go was the only way to protect my heart. I'm crying on my birthday because even strong people need to break sometimes, not because they are weak, but because they have carried too much for too long. And tonight my heart is simply tired of pretending it feels nothing. I'm crying on my birthday because I remember the ones who made me smile, the ones who made me feel alive, the ones who once held my happiness between their gentle palms, and I wonder if they ever think of me the way I still think of them. I'm crying on my birthday because time moves too fast, taking people, moments, dreams, and pieces of me with it, leaving behind empty spaces I don't know how to fill. I'm crying on my birthday because birthdays remind me not just of how old I am, but of how much I've lost, how much I've survived, and how much I still long for, a longing that sits heavy on the chest of my soul. I'm crying on my birthday because some nights feel endless, as if the darkness itself is trying to comfort me, telling me it understands every tear that falls, every ache I carry, every hope I whisper. Into the emptiness, I'm crying on my birthday because the heart remembers too much and forgets too little, holding on to every smile, every wound, every goodbye, as if it cannot decide what to keep and what to let go. I'm crying on my birthday, but somewhere in the distance, I can feel tomorrow calling me, softly, gently, like a promise of healing, waiting on the other side of this night. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart feels heavier than the sky tonight, as if every unsaid word, every unkept promise, every silent disappointment has gathered in my chest, like storm clouds waiting to break. I'm crying on my birthday because the room reminds me of all the people who once promised they would never leave, people who swore they would stand beside me on every birthday to come, yet now their absence echoes louder than their presence ever did. I'm crying on my birthday because loneliness arrives without knocking, sitting beside me, placing its cold hand gently over mine, as if to say, I'm your only companion tonight, and I wish it were wrong. I wish someone else had been here to hold my trembling hands. I'm crying on my birthday because even the mirror feels distant, showing me a face that looks tired, eyes that have cried more tears than they ever admitted, a soul that has fought battles the world will never understand. I'm crying on my birthday because I still have so many dreams, bright, wild, soft dreams that grew inside me like flowers, and yet life has been harsh, harsh enough to make me wonder if those flowers will ever bloom the way I once imagined. I'm crying on my birthday because time keeps speaking in a language I can barely understand, reminding me that nothing stays. Not joy, not pain, not the people we love, not the people we lose. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart is a traveler that has wandered through deserts, forests, oceans of emotion, yet tonight it feels lost in a place I cannot name. I'm crying on my birthday because every tear that falls feels like a confession of the fears I hide, the doubts I bury, the hopes I guard, like fragile treasures. I'm crying on my birthday because even silence feels loud tonight, filled with the sound of memories, pressing against the walls of my mind, demanding to be felt, demanding to be acknowledged, demanding to be healed. I'm crying on my birthday because I miss a version of myself who once believed birthdays were magical, filled with wishes that would come true, filled with laughter that never faded, filled with love that stayed. I'm crying on my birthday because growing up means learning that not all wishes are granted, not all love remains, not all happiness stays, and sometimes the strongest thing we can do is simply survive. I'm crying on my birthday because my soul feels raw, as if every layer of strength has peeled away, leaving only vulnerability and quiet longing. I'm crying on my birthday because I want someone to tell me that I matter, that my heart is worthy, that my tears have meaning, that I am not as alone as this night makes me feel. I'm crying on my birthday because the world outside moves on, celebrating, smiling, shining, while inside me, a river of emotion is rising too fast to contain. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart still hopes, even when it hurts, still dreams, even when it breaks, still loves, even when it fears being left alone again. I'm crying on my birthday, but somewhere deep inside, a faint spark still glows, a small, stubborn light that refuses to die, whispering that this pain is not the ending, only a passage toward something gentler. I'm crying on my birthday because the night has a way of revealing truths I try so hard to hide during the day, truths that slip through the cracks of my smile and settle quietly in the spaces between my heartbeat and my breath. I'm crying on my birthday because sometimes love feels like a distant country, a place I once visited, a place I still dream about, a place I am unsure I can ever return to, even though my heart keeps begging me to try. I'm crying on my birthday because every year I grow older. I understand the world a little more, and yet the understanding hurts. It shows me who cared, who pretended, who stayed, who left, and who was never truly mine. I'm crying on my birthday because I am learning the difference between people who talk to me when they need something and people who talk to me because they love me. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart has stretched itself thin to give warmth to others. Yet tonight it feels cold, cold in a way only emptiness can create. I'm crying on my birthday because I remember the sound of voices that once filled my world with comfort, voices that now exist only in memory, soft echoes drifting through the corridors of my mind, like ghosts of forgotten happiness. I'm crying on my birthday because I have carried too much silence inside me. Silence that whispers, "Your pain matters," even when the world pretends not to see it. I'm crying on my birthday because the tears feel honest, more honest than the brave face I show, more honest than the laughter I force, more honest than the words I whisper to convince myself that everything is fine. I'm crying on my birthday because there is a storm inside me that has been waiting to break, not to destroy, but to cleanse, to wash away the weight of all the fears I've been holding. I'm crying on my birthday because I thought this day would feel special, but instead it feels like a reminder of every tear I swallowed, every hurt I forgave, every dream I postponed, every love I lost. I'm crying on my birthday because I still believe in gentleness, even when life is harsh. I still believe in healing, even when pain lingers. I still believe in love, even when my heart feels empty. I'm crying on my birthday because there is beauty in breaking, beauty in softness, beauty in admitting that I too deserve comfort. I too deserve tenderness. I too deserve someone who sees the tears in my eyes before I even let them fall. I'm crying on my birthday because the night feels endless, its darkness wrapping around me like a quiet embrace, as if the sky is trying to tell me, you are allowed to feel this, you are allowed to cry, you are allowed to be human. I'm crying on my birthday because, even in this sadness, there is a strange kind of peace, a softness that settles in my soul, telling me that these tears are not a sign of weakness, but a sign that my heart is alive, tender, and still capable of feeling deeply. I'm crying on my birthday, but somewhere beneath the sorrow, I can sense a quiet strength forming, a strength built from every wound that didn't destroy me, every disappointment that didn't stop me, every tear that became a seed of wisdom. I'm crying on my birthday, but I know this moment is not the final chapter. It is the breaking of the storm before the sunrise arrives, with promises I have not yet imagined. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart has become a map, covered with the footprints of everyone who ever walked through it, some gently, some carelessly, some leaving flowers behind, and some leaving scars that still ache in the quiet hours of night. I'm crying on my birthday because there are moments in life that change us forever, moments that steal pieces of our innocence, moments that force us to grow in ways we never wanted. And tonight it feels like all those moments have returned to stand before me, asking to be felt again. I'm crying on my birthday because the lights on the cake flicker, as if unsure whether they want to glow or fade, just like my hope, bright one moment, dim the next, a flame fighting against the wind of everything I've been through. I'm crying on my birthday because someone I loved with all my heart is no longer here to tell me that I am special, that I am loved, that I am not alone. Their absence wraps around me like a cold wind that no blanket can protect me from. I'm crying on my birthday because I gave so much of myself to people who didn't know how to treasure me, people who saw my kindness, but not my breaking, people who took my loyalty, but never returned it. And tonight the truth feels heavier than the year I've just lived. I'm crying on my birthday because there are questions inside me that have no answers. Questions like, why do people leave? Why does love fade? Why do memories hurt, even when they were beautiful? And the night offers no reply, except silence. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart is tired of pretending that it doesn't hurt, tired of swallowing tears, tired of acting strong when all it wants to do is collapse into someone's arms and feel understood. I'm crying on my birthday because the dreams I had at midnight last year have changed. Some shrank, some disappeared, some grew bigger than I imagined, but none of them turned out exactly the way I hoped. I'm crying on my birthday because fragile things break easily. And my heart has always been fragile. It gives too much, feels too deeply, loves too honestly. And tonight it aches from all the weight of caring. I'm crying on my birthday because I still hold on to things I should let go of, like the sound of a voice that once made my world brighter, like a memory that shines, even though it hurts, like a promise I know will never come true. I'm crying on my birthday because every tear that falls tonight carries a little piece of pain, a little piece of longing, a little piece of hope, as though my soul is cleansing itself in the only way it knows how. I'm crying on my birthday because I wish I could go back and tell my younger self that it's okay to feel lost sometimes, that it's okay to break, that it's okay to cry, that healing isn't a straight path. It twists, it bends, it hurts, but it always leads to something quieter, something kinder. I'm crying on my birthday because life has been a mixture of storms and sunshine, and tonight I feel both the rain of sorrow and the faint warmth of hope, as if my tears are watering the seeds of a new beginning I cannot yet see. I'm crying on my birthday, but within the sadness, there is a soft voice whispering, "You made it this far. You survived what tried to break you. You are still here, even with all the wounds the world never saw." I'm crying on my birthday, but I know that one day these tears will become stories. Stories of resilience, stories of strength, stories of how a broken heart kept beating, even in the darkest night. I'm crying on my birthday because sometimes the heart whispers truths that the mind tries to ignore. Truths about loneliness, about longing, about the empty spaces left behind by the people who once felt permanent. I'm crying on my birthday because I have always been the one to hold others together, the one who listens, the one who comforts, the one who gives without asking. But tonight there is no one to hold me the way I held them. I'm crying on my birthday because I spent so many years trying to be strong for everyone else that I forgot it's okay to be fragile sometimes, to admit that the heart gets tired, gets wounded, gets heavy. I'm crying on my birthday because every celebration I imagined was filled with faces that are missing now. Some because they walked away, some because they drifted, and some because life took them far from my reach. I'm crying on my birthday because I still remember the feeling of someone wishing me with genuine love, with warmth that felt like sunlight. And tonight that sunlight feels like a memory, too golden to touch. I'm crying on my birthday because I wish someone would look into my eyes and see the story behind the tears, the story of every heartbreak I survived, every disappointment I endured, every silent night where I held myself together with nothing but hope. I'm crying on my birthday because I've learned that time heals, but healing doesn't always mean forgetting. Sometimes it means learning how to carry the pain with gentler hands. I'm crying on my birthday because I miss the innocence of believing that birthdays meant happiness, that wishes always came true, that love always stayed, and that people kept their promises. I'm crying on my birthday because the candlelight looks blurred through my tears, but maybe that's okay. Maybe the beauty of this moment is not in the clarity, but in the softness, in the quiet confession of a heart that still hopes, even while it breaks. I'm crying on my birthday because I've celebrated so many others, made them smile, made them feel special, made them feel seen. Yet tonight I realize how few have ever truly celebrated me with that same sincerity. I'm crying on my birthday because beneath all the sadness, there is a gentle truth rising, the truth that I deserve love that does not vanish, care that does not fade, friendship that does not break when the world becomes heavy. I'm crying on my birthday because I'm learning the art of letting go without bitterness, the art of loving without losing myself, the art of being alone without feeling abandoned. I'm crying on my birthday because my heart still carries dreams that are too tender to speak aloud, dreams I protect like fragile glass, dreams I hope will one day find their way into the light. I'm crying on my birthday because this sadness is not just sorrow. It is a soft unraveling, a release of everything I was too afraid to feel, too busy to face, too broken to express. I'm crying on my birthday because These tears are teaching me what strength truly means. Not holding everything in, but letting go in the quietest, most honest way. I'm crying on my birthday, but I know there is still beauty in this moment. Beauty in the vulnerability, beauty in the honesty, beauty in the heart that refuses to stop believing in tomorrow. I'm crying on my birthday, but somewhere within me, a soft dawn is waiting. A new beginning is forming. A gentle hope is whispering that this sadness will not last forever. I'm crying on my birthday because the night feels too big. For a heart that feels this small, a heart that trembles under the weight of everything it has carried in silence. I'm crying on my birthday because I realize how many times I've been the one to check on others, to ask if they're okay, to lift them when they were low. But when my own soul needed lifting, the world turned quiet, as if my pain was invisible. I'm crying on my birthday because a single message from the right person could have wiped away the sadness, could have lit candles in my chest. Yet that message never came, and the silence feels louder than any heartbreak I've known. I'm crying on my birthday because I still believe in loyalty, in sincerity, in love that doesn't run away when things get difficult. But reality has taught me that not everyone's heart beats with the same honesty. I'm crying on my birthday because I thought I had become immune to disappointment, but tonight proves I haven't. I still feel deeply. I still hope quietly. I still break softly, in places no one sees. I'm crying on my birthday because my soul is tired. Tired of the masks, tired of pretending, tired of being strong, in a world that rarely asks if I need strength given back to me. I'm crying on my birthday because there are words stuck in my throat. Words I wish someone else would say on my behalf. You're loved. You're important. You matter more than you know. But instead I whisper them to myself, hoping one day I will believe them, without needing to hear them from someone else. I'm crying on my birthday because even the moon looks lonely tonight, hanging in the sky, like a quiet witness to all the emotions I can no longer hide. I'm crying on my birthday because memories have a cruel sweetness. They remind me of moments that warmed my heart, but they also remind me that those moments belong to a past I cannot return to. I'm crying on my birthday because I miss the version of myself who used to celebrate life without the fear of losing people, without the fear of loving too deeply, without the fear of breaking again. I'm crying on my birthday because this heart, though bruised, though tired, still longs for someone who will understand its silence, its storms, its gentleness. I'm crying on my birthday because I've spent years building a home inside myself where others could rest, but tonight that home feels empty, echoing with the absence of those who once stayed and those who promised they would. I'm crying on my birthday because I wish I could hold myself the way I wished others would, with patience, with love, with unwavering comfort. I'm crying on my birthday because broken things sing the softest songs, and tonight I am made of quiet melodies that only sadness understands. I'm crying on my birthday because every tear reminds me that I am human, that I feel deeply, that I have loved sincerely, that I deserve the same warmth I have poured into the world. I'm crying on my birthday, but beneath the sorrow, there is a gentle truth rising, the truth that my story is not finished, that this night is only a chapter, and that tomorrow may hold the laughter I was hoping for today. I'm crying on my birthday, but I know this pain will one day become strength. These tears will one day become lessons, and this moment will one day become a memory that no longer hurts.